Hello everyone, welcome back. My name is Nyari and I am going to talk about the goddess Aphrodite, Greek goddess of love, sensuality, romance, fertility, and also the goddess of self-love. Now, I have not been working with her for very long, and I'm more going to talk about, working with her as opposed to, talking about her. I mean, I will mention her a little bit, obviously. She is said to have been born from sea foam from the ocean, but she is also said to have been the daughter of Zeus and Dione. She is attracted to, the oceans. Seashells is one of her symbols. Abalone shells. I have a little jar of seashells there for her. So she also likes, along with rose incense, she does like ocean scents as well. So she does, like things of the ocean, beaches. Obviously her colors are pink, red, and white, as you can see there. The way she came to me, it was very interesting because she didn't come to me directly. She did try to come to me directly. It wasn't working. I was a little blocked at the time. I was focused on other things. I was not paying attention. My intuition was off. And my son, who I mentioned in my last video, both my kids, they're teenagers, and they're old enough to start doing their own work. And I may have mentioned, but they are both very powerful. My son just happens to be more in his power than my daughter is, which is fine. She'll come into hers when she's ready to. My son has just fully embraced it. And he came to me one night and he says, "Mom, I'm not too sure, but I think Aphrodite is calling on to me." And I said, "Well, that's kind of odd given, she represents love, sensuality, fertility, sex, desire, sexual desire, love, in the romantic form, even though it is also in the form of self-love. She really wants us to love ourselves." And I got to thinking, I don't think so. And I realized she was using him as her messenger. She was trying to reach out to me. She couldn't, so she used my brother, or not my brother, pardon me, my son. I'm thinking about, my daughter and thinking of him as her brother. So, yeah, just scratch that. My son. So, oh, excuse me. So he came to me with that, and I'm like, I don't know, kind of sat on it for a day or two and came to realize, that, she was in fact using him as her messenger to reach out to me because I had a block. I wasn't paying attention to my surroundings. I wasn't paying much attention to anything. And whatever it is I was focused on, that's where my brain was. That's where my intuition was. That's where my energy was. And that's when I started working with Aphrodite, which made sense because I hate to admit this, but self-love is something, I'm sure many of you also have this, struggling with loving ourselves. And I think that's why she came to me. Like, come on, Ari, like, start loving yourself a little bit more. Let me help you. And I think that's why she's called out to me to show me my own beauty, my inner beauty, and allowing that to shine through. And because that's what makes us beautiful, is the beauty we have within inside us. and being confident in who we are and not allowing our past to dictate our futures, and be self-accepting. That's not easy for a lot of us. I've had my fair share of struggles. I'm sure many of you have as well. So aside from learning about Aphrodite when I was in school, things that I would come across doing my own research on Greek mythology, because Greek mythology is something I've always been interested in. I've always had a deep connection to Greece, Greek mythology, ancient Greece. So it kind of makes sense that, you know, many of my deities are Greek. However, I do have some deities, Romans, as as the Greek counterparts, or the Roman counterparts of my Greek deities. But Aphrodite, I mean, I knew a little bit about her, but now that I'm starting to work with her, like I said, I haven't been working with her for very long. You know, and I'm still kind of warming up to her, and I know she's gonna be like, come on. So, I'm hoping that this will, you know, help keep me on my path, as far as, you know, where I need to go, where I need to be, who I am meant to be, things like that. Obviously, she's not a dark goddess. She's more of a day, but I'm in a living situation in which I cannot fully express myself. So a lot of my work I do at night. I am a dark energy witch. I am a moon witch. So everything I do is in the subconscious, in the dark. So for me, this works. Aphrodite's well aware of that. She knows I'm a dark energy. She knows I'm a moon witch. And just because you work in a certain way or a certain manner or a certain time of day, your deities aren't going to care. They're going to respect you and who you are, and they're still going to reach out to you. So even though I could very easily work with Aphrodite in the daytime, for me it's not ideal because of the people I am surrounded by at home. So unfortunately, I can only do this at night for her. Once I'm in a more ideal living situation for me and for my children, then I can start doing more during the day. But for now, she understands. So whatever living situation you're in, if you feel like you're struggling with altar setups, oh my gosh, is this person going to find out? Is that person going to find out? Don't get caught up in that. Do what you can, do it in secret. If you can only do 2 or 3 things for them, they will completely understand what you're dealing with, what you're going through, what your situation is. They're not going to judge you or put you down. They're just going to appreciate what you can do for them. That's really it. And another way to honor Aphrodite is listening to love songs, whether they be the romantic kind or the ones that express love for oneself. Wearing makeup, particularly red or pink lipstick. You know, she likes that. You know, wearing jewelry, keeping rose quartz or green jade on you. She likes that. So any little things that you can do. So if you can't really set up an altar, just know that there are things that you can do throughout the day to, you know, to honor your deities, whether it be Zeus, Aphrodite, Hecate. She is, you know, triple moon goddess. She's the Greek goddess of the underworld. Hades even. If you just do things for them throughout the day and you can't have anything set up, that will work for them. And working with Aphrodite, that's kind of been what it is. It's just, you know, continuing my path, you know, for love for myself. You know, obviously I love the people around me, but to truly, truly love the people in our lives, we must first learn to love ourselves. And that's what Aphrodite is teaching me. Love myself so that I can love others. All right, that is it for this video. Thank you for joining me. Remember that you are all beautiful, you are all amazing, and you are here to do amazing things. And if you feel like you are a waste of space, if you feel like you don't deserve to live, you feel like you don't belong here, just know this: you were put here for a reason. And you need to find out what that reason is and love yourself and know the goodness within you. Okay, I'm going to leave it at that, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.